Hey, if you work in HR or know somebody that does work in HR, maybe pay attention to this one because we're going to talk about who's the problem. Hey guys, Randy here with The Living Adventure. Yeah, so I don't want you to walk away with that intro as an impression that HR is a problem. HR has a really tough job. They really do. And having dealt with a lot of HR departments, I understand the stress that they go under. I mean, they're really there. A lot of employees think they're there to assist the employees, and they are to some degree, but they're also there to ensure that the employer is protected as well, right? One of the challenges that HR deals with on a regular basis is the emotional state of its employees. So the employees that work for a company, I mean, God forbid, I mean, they're not psychologists, they're not therapists, they're simply HR, human resource people that try to fit into the rules of the company and try to make sure that the company functions under those rules. They're not here to therapy you or diagnose your problems. But HR people, here's the problem, right? Is that when emotional disruption takes place, we often think that it's that person has a problem. And they do. But it may not be what you think. There's a lot of employees out there that like to poke and prod certain individuals. It's like the schoolyard bullying program in a company. And that employee that has an emotional challenge is often contending with these people that are poking and prodding them, being inconsiderate, unkind, selfish, toxic even. And it's the emotional outburst that these people are seeking. They want to target an individual that is vulnerable so that it creates a bit of job security for them. And so if the attention is on the person that's having this emotional outburst, then the attention isn't on the person that's causing the problem, is it? And so as a human resource person, investigation is incredibly important. Right? You might be losing a really, really good employee because you've got other employees that are less caring, less kind, and are just focusing on the weak ones in your organization as far as emotional, but they're good workers. So you have to ask yourself, if somebody's in the schoolyard causing problems, but the problem isn't seen as them, the problem is seen as the person that reacts to their misguidance and their games that they're playing, then are you really fixing the problem, or are you just elongating it? Because as those good workers, those people that finally broke down through the emotional stress move on, you have to spend the money and the time and the resources hiring new ones. And what happens is you just have a complete revolving of, okay, here's another victim, here's another target, here's another. Occasionally you get somebody in there that's a bit stronger than the ones, and then it just takes place on the other side, and it's just a constant game that people tend to play. Building a team understands that everybody has to work together, and that's a very difficult thing to do. And HRs, they really try to do that, but you as individuals have to do it too. So high sensing people in a work environment, man, they're like gold, but they've got some vulnerabilities, and if you can help them with their vulnerabilities, you have magical people that will go above and beyond, dedicate themselves, and do an exceptionally good job. But you got to watch their backs. There's got to be somebody watching their backs, and that's other employees that care about them, or you as HR caring about them. Identify who these high sensing people are, understand what high sensing is all about, and then watch their backs, because they will be your most valuable employees. I guarantee that. Anyway, guys, I hope this one helps. Cheers.